I'm here today with one of the top gardeners at RHS Wisley, who also happens to be an old friend, Matt Pottage. Matt's keen to show visitors that not all amazing plants have to be difficult to look after. He's going to be sharing some of his top gardening tips and also showcasing the latest gardening project here.
Spanning over 240 acres, Wisley is renowned for its diverse collection of plants, encompassing everything from rare and exotic species to traditional British flora. One of the garden's most acclaimed sections is the glasshouse, a stunning architectural marvel housing an array of exotic and tender plants from around the globe, providing visitors with a captivating journey through different climates and ecosystems. All plants here are kept under the watchful eye of curator Matt, who today is showing me around their latest houseplant takeover.
Oh, it's incredible. That feeling of walking into the glass house is always so impressive, Matt.
It's a beautiful place, and scale of everything and all the diversity in foliage and flowers and whatever time of year.
Yeah, and that scent as well, you can kind of smell the tropical kind of feeling.
Isn't it incredible?
Wow.
So this is the Norfolk Island pine. People might recognise it. It's actually related to the monkey puzzle tree.
What an amazing tree that is.
Isn't it just? This one is a little bit more tender. It's native to Norfolk Island off Australia, and you generally do see these as houseplant. So this is its adult foliage. Now, if I grab this younger plant, which is here because it's actually going to be used in the display. Yeah, there's this softer juvenile foliage, which is typical when you see them at this stage. But they make wonderful houseplants.
Yes. And I've got mine in sort of quite a bright space in the windowsill, not direct sun.
Yeah.
Quite happy there, do you think?
Sounds good. Sounds good. They're very tolerant of cool conditions. And, you know, this monster originally started life in one of our cafes here.
Really?
Yeah, when it hit the roof, it was then given to us, planted out in here.
Yeah.
And, you know, this will keep going and going.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. But there are many more prehistoric plants, aren't there?
There are. We've got some amazing ferns and cycads to show you.
I feel like I'm in the jungle. So was horticulture always going to be your career choice then?
I think it was. It was always my passion, and it was always something that, you know, I always look forward to getting in the garden, getting my hands dirty.
So you were the youngest ever curator here at Wisley.
Yeah, that's right, at the ripe old age of 29, which was, as you can imagine, a huge, exciting opportunity,
Yes.
slightly terrifying at the same time. This is just a haven of plant people, really, you know, keen horticulturalists and amazing plant collections. There's many plants people might recognise growing at home as houseplants, but in this, you know, Jurassic setup, we've got cotton steel dinosaurs in here.
Oh, that's so fun. And the bromeliad colour as well, so it's not just all green, is it? There's colour as well.
There is colour in here.
Calatheas. Now, I kill these, Matt.
Do you? You're a Calathea killer.
I am indeed. Not easy to say, but it's easy to do.
They're so popular, and they're commonly known as the prayer plant because, as you probably know, they stand their leaves up at night and they look like hands in prayer.
Yeah.
But they can be tricky characters.
You think?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
don't feel so bad.
They don't want very, very bright sunlight, but they do need enough light. If the air is dry and the humidity is not high enough, they tend to go brown on the margins, and you can overwater and underwater them.
So they are tricky.
Yeah, they're not the most forgiving, but they are so beautiful. And if they are happy, they can be very long-lived houseplants.
Yeah. You can understand why they're popular, and you see them more and more for sale now. So.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to give it another go.
Give it another go.
Okay, so this looks very much like the Canary Island date palm, which I have at home.
That's right. It does look like a palm tree. I mean, cycads can make big proportions. And they are really good houseplants. I mean, they will take cooler temperatures, bright light levels, and, you know, they're quite forgiving. So they're not going to mind if you've been on holiday and you've forgotten to water them for a month.
And they look good all year round as well.
They do. That lovely structural, architectural habit.
The variety of flora and fauna here is astonishing, but one thing I'm keen to learn more about is the collection of air plants. Originating from Mexico and South America, Air plants earned their name due to their fascinating adaptation of using short, wiry roots to anchor themselves onto various surfaces like branches, cliff faces, and even man-made structures such as electricity and telephone lines.
Can you see them through
They're
here?
just creeping. They're on everything, aren't they?
They're on
You've got
palm
little
trees.
palms, on cacti.
Can you spot them on the rocks through
Yeah,
there?
yeah, through this amazing
Look
agave.
at this agave. Yeah.
Look at the silver colour on that.
It's like an octopus.
It is. The century plant, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, they are known as that. Yeah, for flowering once every century, and it is really more frequent than 100 years.
Yes.
These could be in flower after, 15, 20 years.
And so the air plants sort of matching in the colour as well at the
Exactly.
back. And I guess with air plants, you wouldn't expect to see them amongst this kind of arid planting.
And maybe not. And some of these very white-leaved air plants, they do actually need quite low moisture, but high light levels.
Right.
They don't have any roots, they've got no potting compost, and you can actually kill these at home with kindness if you keep them too wet.
Although they may appear challenging, air plants are actually fantastic additions to any home. Requiring minimal maintenance and capable of thriving without soil, they offer an easy care option for indoor greenery. Matt was eager to provide me with a thorough masterclass on these remarkable plants.
So a little crash course on air plants, really. So they can be just literally free-form. This is Spanish moss.
And I've
Tillandsia.
seen, I've tried that in a shower, actually.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I probably got it too wet.
And then they can form clusters. So look, these rosettes, they form pups around the base. Then, just to show you that they do flower, and look how pretty these
Yeah.
are. You've got these bracts with the true purple flowers, and again, forming a clump.
Yes.
And then the last one, and we're going to put some of these into the display, this very glamorous looking Tillandsia
Matches your
harrisii.
shirt.
Highlight levels, doesn't need masses of water, likes it quite warm, but
Yeah.
look at that.
It
foliage
is really,
colour.
really beautiful. That looks like a flower in itself.
It does,
It's not-
doesn't it?
It does. It
Yeah.
looks like that. Real rosette.
Okay, so you ready to get busy?
I am indeed.
We're going to take this one with us and find some more.
Okay.
So here's our fake tree.
Ah, so we're tree climbing, Matt.
We are tree climbing. We're setting you up a ladder, a small one, albeit.
Lovely. Right. What am I
So-
doing?
So we want to try and get these as if they're naturally growing. So we'll wire them in.
Okay.
That's good.
And this is something that people could do in a bathroom or in a shower, something like that.
So yeah, sometimes people attach these to bits of wood to display them in the house, to mount them on a wall.
So obviously here, Matt, you're in charge of a lot of different houseplants. But for your average at-home gardener who doesn't have quite this vast array, what are your top tips?
So really, one of the first things is looking at light levels and looking at the positioning. So, what direction do your windows face? Are you north facing? Are you going to have shade-loving plants, ferns? So often people don't understand their light levels. And then once they've got the plant in the wrong place, it can just be a slow process of decline. And then, look, how much time do you have? Is it something that needs lots of water and lots of attention? Try and suit the plant to the plant's owner.
Yeah.
Is crucial too.
So sort of realising what time you've got to give to it.
Exactly.
Those kind of things.
Exactly. And then just not being afraid to have a go.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even the most experienced gardeners kill things.
Yes.
So if you kill it once, don't think, I'm no good with houseplants.
So have you killed plants then?
Of course. Yes, it does happen. It happens
Makes us
even
all
at
feel
Wisley.
better. Okay, that looks good. Well, this has been so much fun, but I think I'm going to leave you and the team to get on with it, Matt.
Thank you. There's plenty more to do.
Yeah, keep you busy. It truly is amazing to see the work going on here. And Matt's right. Anyone can be a gardener, whatever space you have at home.